Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Hi, it's nice to meet you. My name is Javiera Oliva, and I'm going to be your nutrition counselor for today. I'm really glad that you can make it. So, what brings you here today?
Well, um, gained about 20 pounds in the last 2 years, and I've just decided that it's probably time to make some, lifestyle changes. I haven't really been able to exercise as much as I used to, or eat as healthy, just because I got a promotion at work, and now I am always at work. Like it just it's very stressful sometimes. Um, but I'd like to make some healthier lifestyle choices and see some changes.
Right, so it sounds like to me you have a really busy lifestyle, and you want to go back to maybe making some healthier lifestyle choices to maybe how you were before. And do you want to incorporate fitness into that as well?
Yeah, ideally. I don't really know where to start with that since I'm always busy, but any ideas you have?
Okay, that's awesome. We'll get to that later. And so, what goals do you have in mind?
Well, I'd like to lose this weight, the 20 pounds, if not more, and eat healthier. Mostly, probably around my dinners or where it's more chaotic, and incorporate exercising.
Okay, so those are some really great goals that you have in mind. So today we're going to talk about the questionnaire that you filled out earlier today when you signed in, as well as maybe making some changes to some of your eating patterns and getting back to that healthier lifestyle that you want to achieve.
Okay.
Okay, so can you elaborate a little bit more on your goals?
Yeah. So for trying to work out, like either before or after work, some days during the week, and maybe do some kind of meal prepping or something, so I'm not eating junk for dinner.
Okay, so what has helped you in the past?
In the past, I wasn't as busy, so it's a little hard to change, just adding everything together on top of my already busy lifestyle. But I definitely ate better, and because I had time to cook, so and I had time to exercise. So I was a little bit of a gym rat for a little bit, but then it just changed with work.
Okay, so I have a question. Does your family have like any diseases or anything like that?
Yeah, my mom has actually been pre-diabetic. She kind of goes back and forth, and then my dad has hypertension. So,
Right, and how does this make you feel?
well, uh, not great because they're both a little overweight, and I'm a little overweight now. So I could definitely see, you know, me getting one, if not both of those things, which is a little scary. I don't want to have any health related issues.
Okay, so to me it sounds like you really do care about this. You just weren't really exactly aware of it until you have this busier lifestyle.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go do like the 24-hour recall. So what that is pretty much like we'll talk about some of the foods that you've eaten in the past 24 hours. And then based on that, I'll allow you to maybe see and like establish any changes that you may want to make based off of that. Would that be okay if we did that?
Yeah, that's fine.
So, do you eat breakfast in the mornings?
Yeah, I usually have breakfast around 7.
Okay. And what did you eat for breakfast?
The other day it was a muffin and coffee.
Okay. And how big was your muffin that you ate?
Pretty big. It was one of those giant muffins from Walmart. So it's like,
Okay.
yeah,
And what kind of muffin was it?
it was blueberry.
Okay. And did you have anything to drink?
Coffee.
Okay. And how big was your coffee?
It was big. It was like one of those vintage Starbucks cup kind of coffee.
Okay. And do you have any creamer or sugar with your coffee?
Both.
And do you eat breakfast at home or do you eat breakfast on your way to work in the car?
Yeah, it's usually from walking to my car to driving to work is when I'm eating breakfast.
And how full do you usually feel after eating breakfast?
I mean, I don't think the muffin was that filling, but like I drank a lot of coffee, so I think that's what made me full.
Okay. And what time is your next meal at?
Well, if I have time, and I did the other day, I try to do like a second breakfast kind of snack because I starve before work, and that was around like 10:30.
Okay. And what did you have?
It was one of those like trail mix bags from Chex, whatever.
Okay. And how big was the portion that you had?
I think the bag was like 8 ounces, so it was like half of that.
And how full did you feel after eating that?
I wasn't really full. It was just kind of to hold me over till lunch.
Okay. And what time is your next meal at?
Uh, Lunch was around 1.
Right. And what did you have to eat?
I went over to Publix and just got a sub.
Okay. And what type of sub was it?
It was an Italian sub.
Okay. What kind of ingredients did it have?
Um, I think it was like salami, pepperoni, ham, and then like cheese, and I had mayonnaise and oil and vinegar and lettuce and tomatoes.
Okay. And what kind of bread was it?
It was wheat.
Okay. And how full did you feel afterwards?
I was pretty full because it was one of those like combo meals, so it came with chips and a soda,
Okay. And what kind of soda did you have?
Coke.
Okay. And how big was it?
It was like 8 ounces. I got the small one.
Okay. And what time's your next meal at?
My next meal was dinner, so that wasn't until like 7:30.
Okay. And what did you have for dinner?
I was starving when I got home. Traffic was really awful, so I just had the only leftovers in the fridge, which was pizza from a few days ago.
Okay. And what kind of pizza was it?
It was a supreme pizza.
Okay. How many slices did you have?
About 3 slices.
And how full did you feel afterwards?
It was full.
All right. That was a 24-hour recall. Pretty easy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, what does hunger or fullness feel like to you?
Well, um, usually when I'm hungry, my stomach like growls, or sometimes I even feel like that point where a little nauseous, like I need to eat food like now. Um, and then fullness is not having those feelings, like just being like content. Sometimes I feel tired after I eat, so it maybe goes along with that.
Okay. And based on your 24-hour recall, how did those foods make you feel?
Um, I mean, it worked. Like they filled me up for the most part, but like I feel bad because I know I could have made healthier choices.
Okay. And what kind of changes do you think you could make to help you out with that so you're not feeling like that anymore?
I think pizza made me feel the worst just because I know like I was so hungry after I got home from work and that was the only thing there, so that's like why I ate it. But I know it's not good for you.
Okay. So, what type of changes do you think you could make?
Well, having something like maybe pre-made that's a healthier option. So when I come home from work and I'm starving, I can go to that and just like microwave it. So I'm not waiting.
That's actually a really great idea, a really great change to start off with. What are your thoughts on these changes? Do you feel like you could achieve them?
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably have to do some kind of meal prep
Okay, so let me get this right. You want to meal prep, maybe like some when you have some time off after work.
Yeah, there's a few days that I get off at like 5 instead of 7:30. Then
Okay,
maybe I can do some basic but healthier meal prepping. So the days that I do get off late, I can have like some healthy leftovers.
okay. So, uh, you said you wanted to also include fitness into your new lifestyle changes.
Yeah,
Okay.
ideally.
Right. So, would it be okay if I shared with you some exercise tips that have helped people in the past?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. So, on those days that you do have time after work, maybe go on a 30-minute walk. Nothing too vigorous, nothing too crazy complicated. Um, Also, maybe when you're at work, take the long way, or instead of taking the elevator, maybe taking the stairs instead. Would this be doable for you?
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. My neighborhood is actually pretty nice, so I think I'd feel comfortable walking. Um, and it's not too tiring. I could always listen to some music or something, or maybe my neighbor will go with me. She's kind of a more fitness nut than I am. But yeah, and I could see like taking the stairs because I'm only really on the third floor, so that wouldn't be too bad. Take the stairs instead of the elevator, I guess.
Okay. Those are some really great ideas. It sounds like you're pretty confident on doing that. Um, Also, maybe when you start building up some more stamina, when you're going on these walks and you start getting more used to it, then maybe you can work your way up to maybe some like a jog or something like that.
Yeah,
Would
yeah,
that be doable?
yeah. After I get used to the walks, like
Yeah,
you
of course.
said.
And so, based on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being not important at all and 10 being extremely important, how important are these changes to you?
They're pretty important, so I'd say about a 6 or a 7. I definitely don't want any health related problems later on in life, and I'd really like to lose some of this weight just to feel healthier and better about myself. Um, so I think they're doable.
Okay, and then based on the same scale, how confident are you that you can achieve this?
Probably around a 5 and a 6. Like I know I'm not gonna want to meal prep or go on a walk on every night that I get home early. Um, so be it might be a little challenging to motivate myself to do that, but I can see where it would pay off, and I'll just have to think of the benefits that I will get from meal prepping. I'll have something to eat the next night when I come home late that will alleviate my stress and make me feel better. And walking isn't hard. I just have to like you said, start small, and even if it is only 20 minutes, it's better than nothing. So,
Okay, so based off everything that we talked about, what is smallest, like specific goal that you feel like would be worth pursuing?
hmm, um, probably the meal prepping, just because like I see that as more doable on like 2 to 3 nights out of the week, and since it affects my other nights and how I feel those nights, probably meal prep.
Okay, so this is actually something that we call a SMART goal. SMART goal stands for specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time bound. And it's something that would help you really specify and elaborate a little bit more on your goal. So, would you be okay if you filled out the SMART goal sheet
Yeah.
right here? So, just go ahead and fill that out, and then we'll talk about it.
Okay. So from what I understand with the SMART goal, like for meal prep, saying I'm doing meal prep 2 to 3 times a week um, is measurable, and I feel like it's attainable because it is a small change.
Okay, that sounds like you are ready to start making these changes. Uh, what do you think that, what do you really think about everything that we talked about today? What are your thoughts?
I think it's doable. Like I said, I think I'll have to get into like the routine of doing these things, and I might not like be 100% all the time, but eventually it will feel easier, and then I'll want to do it more, which should help me with my goals of losing weight and eating healthier. So like I do want to do it.
All right, so I'm afraid I'm gonna have to end our session for today. Would you be okay with a follow-up visit?
Yeah,
Uh, let's say maybe about 2 months. Is that all right?
sure, 2 months is fine. I think that I'll have made some progress by then.
Sounds good.
Great. It was nice meeting
It was nice
you.
meeting you too.